UFC fighters and their expensive watches. UFC is known for all bloodshed gladiator sport and also for some real bad reason, but some of the fighters in the organization make more money than even the whole division combined. And these are the people who take the real cheese when it comes to having the best assets. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel MMA Inside, where today we bring to you the All-Star Champ fighters, which have some of the best and the most expensive watches in UFC. Before we dive into the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Number 1. Conor McGregor. How can we forget to add the biggest moneymaker in all of the UFC and the undefeated champion when it comes to the show light of money? Conor McGregor is unarguably the richest MMA fighter in all of the UFC organization. And these things are the reason that he isn't shy away from these kinds of lists. Conor McGregor owns a Rolex Yachtmaster 2. This watch costs around 30,000 euros, but if you think it's the only watch he owns in all of his collection, then you might be wrong, because his collection of watches is ever increasing. They are watches for the richest people on the planet. Taste or style be damned. That's why many serious watch fans don't take Jacob & Company seriously. Although McGregor or any other Jacob & Company owner would say that's just sour grapes. He also owns another Rolex Date 40, which costs a staggering $50,000. Isn't it insane that he wears someone's yearly income on his wrist? He also owns a Patek Philippe Nautilus 5980 1AR-001, which has, of course, the hefty price tag of $62,500. Beside this, he also owns several other Rolexes, which comes as the perks to his glittering career in UFC. Recently, he was seen wearing an Astronomia Tourbillon 5-minute, worth around 1.3 million AUD, give or take a few $10,000. It's probably the best Conor McGregor watch ever. This Astronomia is a whopping big watch, an 18-karat yellow gold glass house of a thing. It features a mechanically marvelous 4-satellite central structure that rotates around the diamond-encrusted dial every 5 minutes. One arm contains the actual watch face, another a 288-facet Jacob-cut diamond, another a miniature magnesium world globe, and the last a triple-axis tourbillon. In between the base dial, bezel, lugs, and clasp, the watch boasts 395 diamonds, weighing in at 18.8 carats. Oh, and add an additional carat for the big one on the satellite. Number 2. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Due to his simplicity, this is the only area of life where Conor can be ahead of Khabib. Materialistic things never seem to faze the undefeated eagle. But it doesn't mean that he didn't wear. But don't worry, Jacob & Co. may have a watch for Conor, but they made an entire watch for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yes, you heard it right. Founder of Jacob & Co. is a big fan of Khabib, and he didn't let him down when it came to making a watch for the Eagle. Epic X Tourbillon Khabib 29 pieces limited for $119,458 is the watch made only for Khabib and is officially a watch from Jacob & Co. Well again, sorry Conor, but Khabib wins the game of respect everywhere. Number 3. GSP. While how can we forget the legendary man who's arguably the greatest of the game alongside the likes of Khabib, Anderson Silva, and Jones. He was seen wearing a fancy Rolex. From what we can see, it was Rolex Daytona. But we also couldn't help notice the timepiece he was sporting was also particularly eye-catching. From what we can tell, he's wearing a Rolex Daytona reference 116518 in yellow gold on a leather strap, which is a little more flashy than you might expect from such a humble guy. Isn't that we'd all like to think we could be one day? Totally happy with a single, perfect watch in our collection or tempted by new releases or vintage discoveries? Well, GSP can. Number 4. Michael Bisping. Perhaps one of the most hammering fighters in the UFC of all time, Michael Bisping was always right up there to create the biggest competition whenever UFC needed him, and it's one of the reasons why he owned a fancy Rolex Gold. While it may not be extremely expensive like others, but as it was stolen back in 2016 and got recovered, that makes it value way more than any of the watches above. But Bisping doesn't really like to wear it anymore, considering himself to be much more simplistic now. So, that's enough from us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Comment down below who you think has the best watch in the collection above.